Miss me? Miss me? 愛りしたるGosh, I forgot how much I like this model. Welcome everyone to this here very special stream. Ooh. ね、welcome, welcome. We're back to the basics with the Lollylite. That's not my name. Lollylite is not my name. My name is Iolite. Iolite, not Lollylite.
Thank you so much.
ありがとう. Thank you, Adam. Happy 28 months. I missed Heidi. My aim needs a bit of work. Happy 28 months. Whoa. It's so cold. It's so cold. So I thought that the summer outfit wasn't really fitting anymore. Is it? Because it's not summer. It's not summer. Looking at the summer outfit makes me feel cold. Thank you, Pickaxe. Happy 18 months. Succubus ID is back. I'm not a succubus. I'm a devil. Starts with T, ends with evil. Devil. It's so cold. I was fighting with my dog earlier. Because my mama let him outside while it was pouring rain. I was like, why did you do that? And she was like, just get him back inside in 5 minutes. And I was like, I'm trying to record here. So I waited for 5 minutes because, you know, I can't record and then like stop halfway through. So I went to go get him and I was like, come here, Max, come here, come here, come here, come inside, come here. Come here right now, Max. Come here. Get over here. You know, just I was starting out with the come here, come here, come here, come inside, come inside, and at the end I hit the come here right now. He wasn't listening either way. He was just running in circles, barking, making fun of me. So after After yelling at him like that for 5 minutes, I slammed the door shut and I was like, Mom, you let him go outside. You get him back in. You get him back in. I'm done. I'm done. You were the one who let him outside while it was raining. And then she finally wrangled him outside and he was so wet because he was in like the pouring rain for like 10 minutes. I know. And then he stood over my Wi-Fi cable. I don't know why. He stood over my internet cable just in the hallway, just standing there dripping on it. And I was like, why? Why are you doing that? Why? Out of everywhere to stand, why? Why now? Why? What? You don't normally do that unless I have food in my room. He I had to wrangle him upstairs. Yeah, now he's eeping. Earlier today I let him outside for like 30 seconds. And he got wet and I brought him back in with treats, and then I blow dried him with the blow dryer. Yeah, and he was being good while I blow dried him, probably because I kept the open bag of food there while like blocking it a little bit with my hands, so he tried to like shove his tongue past my hands to get the treat, but I was like no, and I kept on blow drying him while he was busy trying to get the food. And then I blow dried him, but after that I didn't have the energy to blow dry him in the evening, so I hope he got dry fine. Yeah, and all that is to say, yeah, I think it speaks for itself, ne. aside from that, I keep on feeling quite bad because whenever something happens during the day, I'm like, oh, I should tweet about it. But then I'm like, no, no, I have a stream today. I have a stream today. I can't. I should keep it until the stream, because otherwise, I won't have anything to talk about until the stream. And then I just forgot, and now I'm like, oh, what happened? What happened? I really wanted to share it. What was it? Yeah. Either way, today was really a sopping wet kind of day, cause it was raining and I was just walking through the rain with my little umbrella. Oh, I remember what I was gonna tweet about. Nowadays I think at like a lot of train stations in bigger cities in Germany, there's like a lot of police there. Like, it's not even funny how much police there is. I think today when I was going through the train station, I counted like no fewer than 10 police officers. It's not like a huge city either. So I was like, that was quite interesting. But I realized that whenever I walk past a group of police officers at the station, I try to look extra innocent. You know, I hit the la la la, la 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 kind of expression. I hit the bright-eyed, dumb smile. La la la, just going with my little backpack. La la la. Even though I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm like, oh, I need to pretend to be innocent. But I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Do they do anything? No, they just stand there. They just stand around talking to each other most of the time. They stand in like groups of 5 and then they talk about something and they show each other something on their phone. And I guess it's supposed to be like, look, we got the police here, look. But they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. It's really funny because most days, like, the most shady hoodlum figures, the most shady nay-doers walk past them in like a dark hoodie with like, you know, the Tsukali seller starter package. And the police officers, they don't care. They do not care. They do not care at all. Yeah. They mostly stand there menacingly. I mean, they're not very menacing though. I know, they're not, no, they're not very menacing in my opinion. Demo, today I found something super rare. It was incredible. Today I found a you know, at the train station when there will be like all the like bakeries and stuff for people to grab a quick snack. I was like, oh yeah, this sounds like me. That sounds like, yeah, I need a quick snack from the bakery. And so I walk up and it was the first time in actual years, and actual as far as I can remember, that there was a person working there who was in a good mood and spoke German. It was so rare. I was like, what? He gave me extra sauce. He didn't just throw all the stuff into the bag and then throw it at me. He said, "Have a nice day." What? Cause usually how the interactions goes, like, oh, was willst? Was muss lauter reden, was? Das da. 5 Euro. And then they throw it at you. And then And and then today it was so different. They were just like, hi, what can I get for you today? And I was like, oh, this please. And they were like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I was like, what? They understood me. They understood me the first time I said something. I know. and then they were like, yeah, here's your food. There you go. I put some extra sauce in it for you. Have a nice day. And I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. You have yourself a very good day. You have yourself a great day. I was amazed. I don't know here if there's good customer service equals mid food, bad customer service equals fire food. Well, that happens sometimes at restaurants, but that was just a food stall. That was just a food stall. I was like, oh my gosh, a jolly person at a German train station? That's not gonna last long. He must be new to the job. That sort of bright-eyed innocent is crazy. is crazy. It's not gonna last long. Nah, but yeah. That was quite outstanding. And then the food gave me a really bad tummy ache. So I knew it was too good to be true. The food messed me up so bad. I don't know what he did to it. Maybe he was smiling because he poisoned it. But my stomach hurt so bad. And I tried to sleep it off. I went home. I crawled into bed. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll sleep it off. I'll sleep it off. But apparently it was a double or nothing kind of situation. And when I woke up, my stomach still hurt. And I had a headache too, so that was great. That was amazing. No stomach medicine, no stomach medicine. No such thing in this household. I just tough it out. I just tough it out. Yeah. I know. Oh, I just realized that it was like my. Sorry. I just when I paused, I heard the BGM and I was like, oh, that's not my second outfit BGM. The man smiling as he uncorks his tummy hurt potion under the stall. Adi Pepto-Bismol is like $5, but that would require me to go to the pharmacy, and I'm not gonna walk to the pharmacy in the pouring rain. No, thank you. No, thank you. Nah, I don't wanna. Let me see if I can find my second outfit BGM. Let's see here. Oh gosh. That's mine. No, that's not it. Where did I put that BGM? Where did I put that? Oh my gosh. I'm great at having like a bajillion folders, and I never know where anything is. I never know where anything is. It is amazing talent. It is amazing talent. Anthony. Oh. Where the heck did I put that? Did I put it in my artwork commission folder? No, right? Oh, yeah, I did. I put the BGM in my artwork commission folder, of course. Where else would I put it? Where else would I put it? There we go. That's the second outfit BGM. Nah, but honestly, I was fighting my inner demons today because I couldn't fall asleep until like 5 a.m. And then I had to get up at 6, and I was like, oh, I don't want to. I do not want to. And then I woke up, and I was like, oh, but I must. But then I heard like the rain outside, and I was like, no, No, it's cold and wet and very wet, and I don't wanna. Mm. And I was like, don't want. But then I realized that today we were doing a group assignment, and I thought it would make people hate me if I showed up to the group. If I didn't show up to the group assignment day, right? Like if I just abandoned my group mates, they would hate me. And I was like, no, I can't be hated. I can't be the villain in somebody else's story. And then I dragged myself out of bed and I went to school. And then I sat in the room, right? And then it was the time for the class to start. And it was me, 2 other people, and the professor, and my group mates were nowhere to be seen. And I was like, it was the prisoner's dilemma, and I failed the prisoner's dilemma. Yeah, so I failed. I failed. Ne. I failed. It was literally the prisoner's dilemma, and I failed the prisoner's dilemma. でも you always know that in the prisoner's dilemma you gotta defect because the other person is gonna defect too, and I didn't think about that. Yeah, but that was interesting. And so I got stuck working with one of the 2 other people who were there, or well, with both of them technically, but one of them just didn't talk, so that was interesting. But the other one made me want to die. The other girl made me want to die. I was like, oh, why didn't I stay home? Because it was so bad. It was like some random topic on like feminism, I think. I was not paying attention. But it didn't matter because we weren't getting any work done anyway. Cause like whenever anything was brought up, or even if something wasn't brought up, that girl just kept yapping. She just kept yapping, and I don't even know what she was yapping about. She was like, yeah, and in my home country, and I've got so much privilege, but also and I aim to, and I was like, what? What do you mean? And then she looked at me and she went like, yeah, and you have so much privilege, and I was like, me? Me what? Me, huh? And she was like, yeah, and you know, cause you were born here, and then I was like, I just looked out the window and periodically went, I had no idea what she was going on about. I have no idea what she was going on about. I did not know. At one point when she started talking about a rebellion in her home country, I never once picked up on what her home country was. And I was mainly confused. I had no idea what she was yapping about. And I was like, oh, I could have been in bed right now. I would have privileged myself in leaving the classroom early. I wanted to, but you know, the professor was right there, so I couldn't just walk off. I I should have been like, yeah, my hamster has a doctor's appointment in the oven I left on. Go on without me, guys. Yeah, I think she was from either India or Bangladesh, one of the two. One of the two. I don't know. I do not know. I was not listening. Yeah, but it was a class. It out of all the classes, it sure was one of them. And the stuff that we actually did in the class when that one girl wasn't yapping was so easy that was kind of insulting. Because the professor was like, yeah, I'll give you guys 3 weeks, like in the 3 upcoming lessons. You'll have the time to prepare a 5-minute presentation about a paper. And I know reading papers is hard. And then the girl raises her hand, right? She was so outspoken the entire time. She raises her hand and she's like, what's an abstract? What's an abstract? And I was like, you're talking so much. You're talking so much, acting like some moral authority, so smart on all the stuff in this class, and you don't know what an abstract in a paper is? I was like, oh my god. Am I in the right class? I was seriously doubting that I was in the right class. Because one girl is asking what an abstract is, while the teacher goes on about like, yeah, so maybe this lesson try to read the abstract and the conclusion, and then next week you can try to read the other parts of the paper and I'll help you. And I'm like, what? What? What parallel dimension am I in? In my other subjects, I have to read 3 20-page papers a week and hold 1-hour presentations on them with 1 week of preparation. What? Huh? I was seriously scared that I accidentally signed up for like a first-year class. I was like, huh? Am I wrong here? Did I sign up for the wrong thing? But no. Those were all 5th semesters like me. That is crazy. Arigato. I know. Thank you, Narsep. Arigato ne. Wait till late because of a police lockdown. What? But of course I missed you. You're as beautiful as the day I lost you, Mistress Iolite. You have to tell me more about the police lockdown. What? Nande dedeyo? Nande dedeyo? It's interesting how years 1 and 2 of uni are hell on earth and years 3 to 4 are relatively chill. Well, my other classes are not chill. It's just that one class. It's kind of crazy. I have no idea what's going on. Well, what's going on with you? What kind of police lockdown? What police lockdown? That's what I want to know about. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had no idea. I don't know what that class is. I don't like that class. I feel... You know, I'm all for being super lazy. I hate doing stuff. If I can avoid doing work, I will avoid doing work. And so you know, usually I'm not like, what? This class is not hard enough. I want this class to be harder. That's never me. I've never once complained about a class being too easy. But this class is so insultingly easy that I feel like I'm definitely wasting my time by being there. I I I feel like even if I sat at home scrolling YouTube shorts for 3 hours straight, I would probably gain more educational value for my time. I know. As someone in senior year, not knowing an abstract would kill me. Yeah, how do you not know? How do you not know what an abstract is? And that girl kept on asking me more questions, like what is an outcome variable? And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, like, what is an outcome variable? That word is in the text, what is that? And I was like, you know how they survey people and they ask, like, do you like this or do you not like this? The outcome variable is like, it's that, you know, it's like the results, the attitudes that they measured. You know that, yeah. It was so weird. It was so weird. It was so, oh my god. And I said something about validity, and she goes, "What's validity?" And I'm like, "What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What's validity?" I, a whole new world. Hontoni, a whole new world. How do people like that make it to... Maybe her English is just bad? No. Her English was not bad at all. As I found out because she was talking for 1 hour of the 1.5 hour lesson about privilege. And she was doing that in very fluent English. She just didn't know anything. She just didn't know anything. It knew a lot about yapping about morals and privilege, but didn't know anything about the subject she was studying. Crazy, absolutely crazy. This is 5th semester, by the way. Like, you're supposed to graduate in half a year. What? I don't know. I don't know. Do you speak English at your university? Yeah, cause actually a lot of our professors are imported from the US. So they host their classes in English. Actually, I don't have a single class this year that's in German. And last year I had one class that was in German. Yeah, that was my Arbeits- und Organisationspsychologie. Yeah. Nee. Yeah, in Germany 3-year diplomas are more common. Nee. Why not German professors? Well, we have some. We have some German professors, but I don't know, they just like importing foreign professors. They just like importing them. Wakanayo. Ah, Ari, that's because you're more privileged than her. You should know that. Oh god. Oh god. I can't even. I can't even. But yeah, wait. Wait, there's a beard. Your train station got locked down? What? Oh my gosh. I was so busy yapping that I read that and it registered in my brain and I was like, huh. No. Ooh. Trimester systems are pretty rare. It's very interesting. No. Was geht denn da wieder ab? Ano. Are import professor cheaper than German ones? Not sure. Not sure how much they get paid anyway. my professor last year was complaining a lot about about like, oh, if I wanted to be rich, I would have chosen a different job. And I was like, okay. And then he kept talking about his divorce. I know. I know. Thank you, Setsanito. Ari, I can't believe I'm saying this, but permission to temporarily leave? An opportunity has arose for me to work on your gift. Keep the stream open in the background. Ari needs that sweet, succulent CCV driplet. And of course you have to watch everything you missed afterwards. That much should be obvious. Obvious. Oh, the divorce, yeah. The divorce. It was crazy. I know so much about that teacher's personal life. From like what his daughter does to how he feels about marriage. And what he wrote his final paper on. But I did not know a single thing. If you asked me right now at gunpoint to explain you anything from that class, I'd be dead. He did not teach us anything. To write my paper for that class, I had to teach myself everything. It was so bad. It was well, at least I got a good grade. If I'd gotten a bad grade, I would have raised hell, but you know, fine. Talk about your divorce as much as you want, funny man. Just give me the good grade for listening to you against my will. Yeah. Oh, if it had been an exam, I would have been screwed, because, like, he didn't teach us anything. But it was a paper, so I just kind of did whatever. And hoped he'd like it. And he did like it, so yay! Yay! It was not a good paper. It was not a good paper by any means, gosh. It was so funny. I handed in the paper and I was like, oh, you know, yeah, that's good. That's good. And then like 5 hours after the deadline, I realized that I'd made like a huge mistake with the data. Like, my data was completely wrong. Because I accidentally coded something wrong in my data set, so my data did not make any sense. It was way off. It did not display anything accurately. But that's okay. I didn't include in my dataset in what I submitted. I just submitted the paper with the nice little graphs. Do we care that the graphs showed results based on data that wasn't real? No, we don't care. We don't care. It's okay. I don't think he even read it. Honestly, I'm not sure. I am relatively certain he did not read that paper in its entirety. He always talks so much about how he was so busy. And you know how some professors, like, they read your abstract and then they just give you a grade based on that? I think that's what he did. I think that's what he did. I think he just read my abstract and was like, oh, big words. Yeah, okay. He gave me a good grade. I know. A data source. It came to me in a dream. Don't worry about it. Psych papers get published like that often enough. Yeah, that is pretty true. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the raid. Oh no. Welcome everyone. Welcome raiders. I hope you had a great stream. My name is Heidi. I'm member of V-Dere's first generation. And it's What's their generation name? Realmera, right? I hope you had a great stream. Ah, Toffee. Wait, let me wrench you. Wait, let me. Stop running. I got a wrench. How was your stream? I hope it was good. What were you doing? Right now I'm just talking about my day. Realmera, yeah, I always forget. It's kind of funny because I always forget my own generation name. I'm like, yeah, from V-Dere Gen 1, Realmera! Ah, yap and stream, that's nice. I like to yap and stream too. I yap. But I have nothing fun to talk about, so I just talk about my professors. I know. Madayo? Anyhow, so nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm Mighty, as I already said like 3 times. And I like to do ASMR on my channel. If you're into yandere stuff by any chance, I got lots of that to go around. Ma. But yeah, I was talking about my professor last year who basically all he did was talk about his divorce every single week. It was very funny. I never had any idea how any of what he said related to the class. He just kept going, yeah, class, today we're talking about classical conditioning. Now, classical conditioning is like marriage. You have to understand it's like marriage, okay? Now, if you think about marriage, what is marriage like? Well, marriage is, at first it's good, but then you start to fight, and then you get divorced, and then you have to custody agreement over your children. And you know, like, I see my daughter on the weekends, and she does tennis, I'm like, huh? Wait. First of all, how is classical conditioning like marriage? Second of all, what does your marriage have to do with it? But you know, so many students complained about him every single year, but he doesn't get fired because he's got tenure, and because he used to teach at which one was it? Either it was Stanford or some other university. He used to teach there. Oh, Harvard. I think it was Harvard. Yeah, he used to teach at Harvard. So he's got tenure, used to teach at Harvard, and so he just every week, every single class he does, he just talks about whatever he wants. Most often his divorce. One time I thought he was going to say something relevant. He was like, yeah, and at Harvard I worked very closely with this very important, very well published professor. He's a great figure in his field, and I have to tell you, I met him one day, and and I was like, okay, now he's gonna say something, yeah, relevant, and he goes, yeah, and he drank and he smoked like a horse, and well, I didn't, but he drank and he smoked like a horse, and I was like, what? That is not where I thought that sentence was gonna go. What do you mean? You tell us about a very successful and important professor who did so much important work just to share the fact that he drank and smoked like a horse. Honestly, he seems like a chill professor. Not really. The year before that, he taught like the freshmen, like the very first years. And he did the same thing where he did his lecture and he didn't talk about anything relevant to the lecture. But then they had to write the exam and it was about stuff that should have been in the lecture. And so, like, literally a third of them a third of the first year babies failed that class. And they were all so mad. They were like, he never talked about that. He never talked about that. How should we have known that? And they all failed. And everyone who didn't fail got such a bad grade. It was so funny. I mean, I can laugh about it because I was not a first semester that year. I was a third semester. Because, like, literally the year before when I took the class, we had a nice professor who did, like, a really easy exam. Like, that professor from the year before, he copy-pasted the same exam every single year. So everyone knew all the answers, but he did not care. And then the year after, when I had completed that exam, the new students, they got that professor. And they all got screwed over, and it was so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I dodged a bullet by 1 year. I dodged a bullet so hard. Yeah, and we were also discussing about how I think he didn't read my paper. Cause for that course where I had him that year, I had to write a paper instead of an exam. And I realized after that the data in my paper and my results made no sense. No sense whatsoever. It was messed up. It was so messed up. I was like, oh wait, no. Oh, the results from this paper indicate that depression makes people more happy, which causes more anxiety. Oh, eh, oh, oh, that's not how I remember writing it. Oh no. And I looked at the data and I was like, wait, no, this is way wrong. This is way wrong. But I got a really good grade, so I think he didn't read the paper. I think he didn't read it. He probably just read the introduction and was like, I'll just give it a random grade. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. It stressed me out a lot while I was still in that class, but now that it's over, I can laugh about it. But now that it's over, I can definitely laugh about it. Oh gosh. Phew. I think that or the teacher assistant graded it. Might have been the case. I think he had like a secretary or something. Not sure. Not sure. Nemo, yeah. Oh gosh. What a strange day. What a strange day. Well, at least I remembered to bring my umbrella so I didn't get soaked today in the rain. Ah. Well. My cheeks hurt from laughing too much. Oh no. Too much laughing. Yeah. That was my day today. I didn't do much except for sleeping. How's Addy's arm? Let me check. Oh. That's good. My collapsed vein green spot is almost gone. Almost gone. It's starting to fade. And it's only been like 3 weeks since that happened. Yay. Yay! It's did I eat today? Yeah, I did eat. The food I got at the train station. It made me sick. It made me sick. That's why I had a tummy ache all day today. Wait, you still have that? Yeah. Oh, so welcome, Gold. Thank you for coming by. I know, is the name Gold or Gold Star? What? How? About the train station food or about the collapsed vein? One seems more improbable than the other. That can't be all though. No, that is all I ate today. Oopsie. I mean, you know, my tummy still hurts. I don't want to eat anything else. How can the vein thing happen? I meant the food. Okay, glad to know. Well, the vein thing happened when I was at the hospital and they tried to take my blood, but the nurse was like way off. She was like way off. And it hurt so bad that I was crying and whimpering. And turns out she really messed up my vein because I had like a huge bruise on my arm for weeks after. Yep. Oh my gosh, and she had the audacity. She had the audacity to look at me like I was being dramatic for like crying, and like I was literally like biting the hospital blanket cuz it hurt so much. I was trying not to scream. And she looked at me like I was being dramatic, and I was like, am I dramatic? Why does it hurt so much? Usually it never hurts when I get like a shot or I get my blood drawn. And then the doctor came and did it on the other side and it didn't hurt at all, so I was like, oh my gosh. So if normal getting my blood drawn doesn't hurt at all, then that lady seriously messed me up. Lady Adi, why is thine life pain? I've got a 4 in my constitution stat. Yeah. I got a 4 in my constitution stat. Hi. Oh gosh. Also, I found something fun today. I found a keg of mead in a random room in my house that I'd been trying to brew, and apparently I put it there because it's like dark and no light, and so I put it there and I forgot about it. So it's been there, unopened, untouched, for about 2 years. About 2 years, if not more. Now if I were to hypothetically drink that, do you think I would go blind? If so, how blind? Heidi. That ain't no usual brew at that point. Don't. Yeah. It's probably a good idea to not. Had it been stabilized yet? I don't remember. I don't remember. It looks pretty okay, but that could also be pure ethanol in there, so I'm not sure. I'm not certain. Don't drink that. I won't. I will not drink that. But I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty drinkable, but I probably shouldn't drink that. Adi, you're gonna get botulism. I don't know what botulism even is. You won't go blind, but it might taste very yeasty. You overestimate my brewing skills. I would not doubt that I accidentally created a bioweapon there. I would not doubt that if I poured that into the sewer, that radioactive mole rats would climb out like a week after. I do not I do not doubt my ability to accidentally create a bioweapon. Adi, how much for the keg of Adi juice? I have no idea how to name Adi's beer. For that keg, I don't know. How much do people usually pay for high power chemical weapons? Probably about that much. The next Resident Evil boss is inside that keg. Ask Melissa about what botulism is. Wait. Why would she know that? Why would she know that? Wait. What is botulism? What is botulism? Oh, poisoning. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. For the FBI agent that is likely listening to the stream, I meant that as a joke. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was a joke, of course, in Minecraft, in Minecraft. Nee. I know, I should definitely not drink it. That would be the last thing I do. Oh my gosh. I laughed too much today. My cheeks hurt. For the FBI agent that is listening to this stream, please name yourself so we can give you free membership. No, don't do that. Don't show them my membership content, please. I don't want to go to jail. Please. Onegai. Eddie creates the Raccoon City incident by herself. If you or your loved ones got injured in the zombie apocalypse caused by my caustic brew, I have to inform you I'm not technically legally liable, cause I probably definitely died in the first wave of the infection. Nee. In other news, a new plague is raging across Germany. It's been dubbed Viridevils after the very short woman it was traced back to. Tush, they can't trace it back to me. They can't prove it. They can't prove it. Oh gosh. This is how we lose 50% of the European population again. First time it was a rat. Second time it was me. Nah. I should be careful. I should be careful when disposing of it. Again, don't you know European history, bubonic plague? The Black Death. Yeah. You know, Euro bros just keep winning. Euro bros just keep winning. The Americans, they don't get the VTuber plague merch. They don't get the VTuber plague merch for free. Yeah. As expected, Euro bros just keep winning. Nah. Mom. Oh my gosh. Oh. Second time it was an anime girl. Much more dangerous than a rat. Oh my gosh, I don't think plague doctor masks are too effective though, aren't they? They were just shaped like bird beaks, which I don't know why they did that. Who was like, time to treat deathly sick people. Bird time, as I like to call it. Why did they do that? Who was like, yes, bird. Great mask for withstanding a pandemic, but you know how it could be better? If it was a bird? If it was a bird? Um. um. Mhm. I know. I know, I know. The beaks had a mix of herbs in them. Ah, I see. I see. Naruhodo ne. Your bubonic plague botulism can't get me. I've got coriander in my mask. That's gonna help. Yeah, it does look very cool. Ah, right, cause aha, right. They did believe that foul odors were the source of disease because they didn't have the concept of bacteria. Ah. Aha. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. なるほどね。なるほどね。Hmm. Huh. Medieval logic was always interesting. If you can call it logic, certainly. Certainly. Although it's certainly easy to say that after the fact. It's very easy to say that after the fact. Probably in like 50 years from now, they'll be like, oh my god. You know, in the year 2020, they actually used wood. Can you believe it? Yeah, it's crazy. They were all dying and getting sick because like their houses were made out of wood. What? Why did they build their houses out of wood? Don't they know that wood is like ultra toxic and causes cancer? No, they were stupid back then. They didn't know that. Yeah. あのね、it's probably gonna be like that. Probably a bunch of the stuff we're using nowadays is toxic without us knowing it. I was mocking the Americans. Well, we use wood in our construction too. It's just not all wood, you know? Yeah, or it's like, oh my god, they used to eat carrots. Don't they know that, like, carrots cause blindness? Yeah, god, they were so stupid back then. Oh my god. Nah. Asbestos is such a nice building materials, flame retardant, and so cheap. Wow. We should definitely get on building stuff out of asbestos. Why has no one thought about that yet? We should totally start doing that. Please do more Valley Girl. Oh my god. You know, I've been like kinda low-key studying like interior design and some like exterior design and some like architecture too. Yeah. Cause my dad said I couldn't get my inheritance and my Volkswagen if I didn't study something. But like low-key, I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a genius cause I came up with the craziest idea. Yeah, oh my god, Jessica, shut up. No one wants to hear about you and Brandon. So listen to me, okay? It's gonna make me like super rich and like super cool, and I'm gonna like win like a Nobel Peace Prize for it or whatever it's called. Okay. So you know like asbestos, right? You heard about asbestos? Oh, don't worry if you haven't, bestie. I know you failed math. Yeah. I didn't expect you to know about it. But like asbestos, okay? Like what if we built our houses out of that? Oh my god. It's like so cheap and it would be so good for like the poor people. Yeah. Like, you know, like homeless, they can't afford a house. So what if we just built them out of asbestos? Then they could get a house. Yeah. Like, give me that Nobel Peace Prize already. I know, right? It's so genius. Yeah, oh my god, it's such a good idea, right? I can't keep it up. I can't keep it up. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to houses before 1980. Is that why the housing market was so cheap? Because it was all asbestos? Wakatta. Wakatta. Wait. Gotta stretch out my legs. I was shrimping. I was shrimping horribly, Your Honor, I must confess. Confess. I was shrimping. It Ironically, your German pronunciations fit because they make it seem like she doesn't know how they're supposed to be pronounced. Yeah, Volkswagen. Oh my god, the Volkswagen? Yeah. The Volkswagen? I love myself like a Volkswagen. Ne. Oh my god, das Auto. Nemo. Yeah. That is most of what I wanted to share today, Nate. Oh my god, a BMW? That's crazy. That's crazy. A BMW? Did Adi ever replace her chair? No. No. I just learned to live with the new feature that is it unexpectedly tilting forward at a concerning angle. Yeah. Thanks for asking. Ne. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Ne. Adi. No, don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it. Oh. No, don't. It's okay. Better forward than falling backward. I know, that's what I keep saying. It's pretty good, right? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Ne. I like it. It's great. It's a great new feature. Honestly, yeah, we should all get on that feature. Yeah. Anyhow, that being said, Ari should rest probably because I have class tomorrow too. I'd like to get more than 1 hour sleep. Imone. Alright, I'll see Ari in 3 to 5 years for her hump reduction surgery. No! My hump. Wait, no, that's not what the song is about. No, I've got great impeccable posture. Anyhow, thank you, Citrine. So, Cheerathon 2025 when? No. I'll see you tomorrow. Arisaru. Ba. Ciao. Oh my gosh, that was such a large charging time.